Gilmore, a six-time world champ, 28 championship tour wins, fresh off a win in Rio de Janeiro at the Oi Rio Pro. Seems to be having the time of her life on tour, inspired by having new venues to compete at, like Karamas for the first time in her career, and now taking on Tatiana Weston-Webb in a high-seeded matchup.
Got some points on some smaller inside waves. I think they've got better shape, Joe.
Tati now wants to get things started. First backhand hack, solid. Off the top, clean connection on her first two strikes and wraps the third maneuver. Clean backhand surfing that she was able to execute in a final at Bell's Beach.
Be a good score up against Tatiana's wave. And Steph talked about that backhand attack. A smaller wave for Tatiana, so she really needed to rip into it to try and get those big scores. I'm seeing Steph with just a slight edge on the opening strike.
Gilmore on a solid one out the back. Big windup, trails it off the lip. Beautiful bottom turn, attacking the second section. Here comes the fade and cutback. Down carb just to keep the flow going and gets out of there. Draining right in front of her. Talk about being inspired to get out the back as quick as possible. Let's see what happened here.
Bigger wave though for Steph Gilmore. The first turn, just jamming it in the pocket. Nice deep bottom turn again, and unloading some nice turns. A nice opening wave for Steph Gilmore. And you heard Tyler talk about how that sun does come into play. You've got to find the line, draw the right line, hold your rail. You can see Tatiana leaning right forward on that, and just unfortunate for her getting squashed by the wave there. That one not wide open, so it was going to be difficult to get a good score on that.
Anthony Hamilton has been one of the greatest wild cards. Tati, Malia, Layla Hurst, the list goes on. Watching this one. Just up and down for Weston-Webb.
How do you break that down to, Joe? Just the variety of conditions and waves and the opportunity that they have?
I think a really tight community as well. And Tati just repositioning down the line. She's got some room for a maneuver. Drills the lip as the wave spits. Clean carve on the inside corner. Jams it through the inside. Just a two-turn credit for that one. But a great decision, just moving her position down the line. Strider's been talking about the current pulling him up the reef a bit, and she's adjusting there, and Tati will take the lead with 15 minutes to go.
I just keep catching waves, obviously under the priority of Steph. There's that backside snap that we want to see from Tatiana, and again, hooking right into it. So two solid turns from Tatiana. And as you said, Joe, we'll take the lead with that exchange.
As we see that drawn out bottom turn, what an amazing setup for the lip to hit. As critical as it gets.
Yeah, exactly. And then right in the pocket. I mean, just at 12 o'clock, you know, we would call it 12 o'clock. Why? Because the board is vertical, right at that number 12 on the clock. And there's that mix-up, you know, the ability to mix it up, the variety, which is really key. You don't want to show the judges the same turn over and over again, and Tatiana knows that.
Basically been perfect to kick off her year. Already 2 wins to her name. Steph now up, looking for the 3.51. Big grab rail, blow tail to extend that maneuver, but she can't hang on. And now Tati likes to look other way behind it. Right in front of Steph, she'll belt the lip. Big wind up and tries to spray the champ in the face. Ends up sliding out. Potts, I know in your free surfing, that is your favorite thing to do.
How'd you know that?
Because I like to surf with you. It's got to be a great feeling.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, you got to make it, though, right? And Tatiana here, first turn, beautiful. And then straight in, and she saw Steph and went, watch this, and then just kind of pushed a little bit too hard. Getting those turns right in the hook. And that takes a lot of skill, let me tell you.
Tatiana having a look. Looking to improve on a 3.93. First jam, solid. Clean wrapping cutback on this 2-foot inside corner. And she'll step off, so trying to put more pressure on Gilmore. 6:45 to go. So she left some points out there. How'd she do this time?
Well, I like the fact she's underneath that priority, just rolling the dice, you know, trying to better her situation. This is what Tatiana does. I mean, she surfs herself into rhythm. And why not? I mean, you're sitting there. Steph Gilmore's got complete control of the lineup. Why not tag a few waves? Is she in the right position? 20 seconds remaining.
It's coming down to this. Gilmore driving. It's a quick, speedy racetrack. And slides out off the top. Can't control that turn. And Tatiana Weston-Webb got payback on Gilmore from the Bells final.
Need to be on the best waves to win heats. And that was an opportunity gone begging right there.
Always a big upset when you knock out the 6-time world champ and the current #1 in the world. Tati on fire into the semifinal.